be an original number that's called Hostile You. It's a song I wrote about a guy that was bigger and stronger than me. I was never going to be able to do anything about it, so I just wrote a song about him behind his back. The irony was I didn't realize that he knew his nickname was Hostile, and he was into it. So all along the joke was on me, I guess. But this is called Hostile You. Told you once before, bothering me, and I've told you times again, stop talking to me. But you're relentless and I still can't believe you tried to ruin my rep. And I think it would be best you got to step in and stepped. Oh, but what can I do? Dealing with you when you're driving me so crazy. Hostile you, spoil my day, please don't ruin my night now. Hostile you, get out of my life. Yeah, you. Hostile you, why don't you get in line? Why don't you get in line? Why don't you get in line? Told you times before, stop making a fuss. Still you're making a fuss, and I told you times again, you're killing my buzz. Why you gotta kill my buzz? And I'm sure we'd all agree you're acting alone. I may not tell you to your face, but you get it in some. Oh yes, it is what I do, dealing with you when you're driving me so crazy now you. Hostile you, spoil my day, please don't ruin my night now. Hostile you, get out of my life. Oh now you, hostile you, why don't you get away? Why don't you get away? Well, I told you once before, you're bothering me.
Way.
Thank you.
Good. Tell you what, that's a foot tapper.
Oh, thank you. Catchy, and it's an earworm, I hope.
Okay. So let's talk about sort of types of music then. Is that sort of your sort of stuff? Is that your regular kind of stuff?
It's my style. I have so many different inspirations, so I'm blessed in that I can do lots of different styles. But you know, it's lots of blues, lots of rock and pop. I love it all, to be honest with you. Like, good music is good music no matter the genre, really. Mm-hmm. So I'll take inspiration from anywhere. You'll find me doing Cyndi Lauper covers and all manner of things, because I don't like doing the same covers that every other dude in a pub with a guitar is going to do. So if you come and see us on Friday the 31st, you know, with all due respect to them, it's not going to be Ed Sheeran and Wonderwall and all that you've heard a million times. I try to do something a little different. And the same when I write my own songs. I don't want everyone to be a lovey-dovey romance. I don't want all of them to be rock and roll. I want to have a mixture of styles and inspirations.
So when you are writing a song, then is it going to be the music first, the words first? How does that work?
It's always different. It's never the same. Sometimes you just get... there was many moons ago a wonderful blues singer named Charity Brown when I was in Canada. She was asking for songs for a new album that she was going to do, and she asked all the local guys to sort of put some songs together. And with that one, I had the line first before I had the song, and I had to then go home and write the lyric to go with the song. But it's always different. The one that I just played, Hostile, was the guitar first. It was the music first, and then I just fit the words in around it because I had this idea that I wanted to stick two fingers up to the dude, the nasty guy, as it were, the bully.
So you're a pretty regular performer when you in your spare time. So are you around the clubs or the pubs?
Yeah,
in the area?
it's when I was in Canada. It was, you know, some weeks it was 3, 4, 5 times a week playing with the band or on my own, which was phenomenal. I come back to Wales, and right away I was with an agent who I won't name, but I was with an agent, and I found that the majority of places I was going, most of the time it was going to be a singer with a backing track.
Right.
A karaoke singer, as I would call it, with all due respect.
Yeah.
So it was strange for people to see a musician. So some gigs I would have, oh, it's so great that you're playing a guitar and singing. It's so wonderful to see. other gigs I would have, don't you do any Status Quo? Don't you do any Frank Sinatra? And so the gigs just kind of dried up, which was really sad because, you know, it was really a lot of fun to do it. But again, it was all around the valley. So you're driving, much like I did today, you're driving multiple hours to enjoy yourself for maybe 45 minutes, an hour, and then you're going to drive home again. So the playing now is more local, just at home. I'm going to do a few gigs a year with this MattLees versus Cancer thing. But I now just play gigs when and if they come up. I'm going to Southampton in December for a friend's birthday. Colin R. Parsons and I have something in the works for the new year. So many gigs, but mostly I'm an online guy now. It's YouTube, it's Apple Podcasts and things like that. Because you can do those from home. Yeah, so I don't have to go out and drag the wife and all the gear and set it all up, and I can kind of play from home and do a gig.
So is there another charity event planned after this one on the 31st?
There is, yeah. I mean, as far as concrete and written in stone, no, but yes, there is something. Ideally, I want to do this once to twice a year and keep doing MattLees versus Cancer and just keep throwing more money at the Valindra. But yeah, Mr. Parsons and I are in early development of another idea as well, which he would kill me if I spoke about too soon. But there are other things in the works for sure.
I'll have to squeeze it out of next time I meet you.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so this is going to happen the 31st of August, Pontypool Workingmen's Club. Live music, just you?
That's right, just me,
Just you, yep. Okay. And tickets are obviously still available?
That's right, yeah. You can get them at the door on the night. You know, there's going to be lots. It's a nice big venue. You got it's £5, and as I say, every single penny goes directly to the Valindra. We're also going to be doing a raffle, so you can win some cool prizes, one of which is an autographed book by our friend Colin. The check better be in the post, Colin, for as many times we've name dropped you.
That's right, yeah. I can't get rid of him.
Yeah. He's kind of like feeding a homeless man. Once you become his friend, that's it. You're stuck.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Matt, this is another song from you.
Yeah, sure.
And off you go.
Let me just pop this baby back in tune just to make sure you know how that is. I can remember once very early in my musical days when I just left my parents' basement and I was playing.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. When did you start playing? You said?
Yeah, it was. I always played at home and thought, I might be okay, but you never get the guts because your mom and dad are supposed to tell you you're really good. They're supposed to go, isn't he wonderful? Did you hear him singing? How good was that? But then you go out in public, and it was an open mic night, and it was a place called the Boathouse in Kitchener, Ontario, where I lived and had my formative years. Open mic, and the people were so incredibly welcoming, and they just said, anyone want to play? There's no one else on the list. Does anyone want to play? And he was literally holding the guitar out on the stage, and I thought, oh, now or never. What's the worst that's going to happen? And I went up and sang an original song that I had written, and you see people kind of moving their head a little bit, and that was the taste that I had. That was the drug. That was the first time it went into the vein, and that was it. And then it was those open mics were kind of like a college for me because I learned so much from different styles of musicians again because it was open mic. You'd have Kitchener, Ontario is a huge town for music. So on an open mic list, you'd have a blues guy, you'd have a rapper, you'd have a gospel singer, you'd have an acoustic singer. So you learned so much just by sitting right in the front and just watching everyone. And then jamming because you'd have different things. You could join them and play with them. So that's where I learned music, really.
And was it easy to learn the guitar? Did you find it easy?
No, awful. No. Still find it very, very difficult. I used to have a guitar player where a lot of the time, to be honest, I would just turn my guitar off and let him play because he was fantastic. So I was always a singer-songwriter, not necessarily a guitar player. For me, it's a means to an end. It started with piano, but that wasn't easy to throw it on your back and take it on the bus to impress some girls.
No.
You know? So yeah, really the guitar is a necessity because I need a way to tell the stories. But if I had it my way, I'd have my good friend Jay Walsh next to me, guitar player, and he'd be playing the guitar, and I would just be singing. But you know.
Okay, so you're singing and playing the guitar. Then here we go.
All right, so this is one of those. As I say, I'd like to do covers that you wouldn't really expect. So this is one of those. You never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a feeling it's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me. say you give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever all through the night. Fever all through the night.
Yay! There we go. Marvelous
Thank
stuff.
you.